What is the team, guys? 10 changes? What's going on? Oh, okay. Well, we'll digest that one, guys. So, what's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again with another Man City live stream, where today we're going to be doing the live watch-along of Man City's Champions League game against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League at home at the Etihad Stadium. Before I do crack on with this live stream, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. I'm going to keep you guys up to date every single step of the way with all the latest City content here on YouTube. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. It is free. Social media links there in the description too if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on today's live stream. We're aiming for 100 likes. Already made a good crack towards 100 likes as well, as we're more than a quarter of our way to that aim. We're now, 73 likes away from 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also don't forget as well to get your thoughts in the comments below if you're watching this after the stream, or get your thoughts in the live chat whilst we're live. All Things Football, welcome. Kind of weird lineup is what All Things Football described it as. It's an interesting adjective. Tab saying really weird lineup, which... yeah, and as Jessica says, it's either going to be a masterclass or we've got this wrong. So we will see. Corey, welcome. Thanks for tuning in as well, saying hope the team can prove themselves. And I hope they can as well. You know, it's 10 changes, a lot of rotation. The players, if they want to be starting on a regular basis, they've got to grab this opportunity with both hands. They've got to give Pep a selection headache ahead of our Premier League game at the weekend against Leeds United. This is their opportunity to showcase what they can do. And obviously with the brutal game that we had against Newcastle United away from home on Saturday, City have taken the option to rotate their team, which I presume that players have come back pretty fatigued from the international break that, you know, Man City have had, I think, the most players out of any club in the Premier League called up to international duty. So players just haven't had that much rest over the last few weeks. So they're taking the opportunity here to rotate and get our players rested. I wouldn't rule out in a couple of weeks' time to see full rotation in place again. And hopefully then the players will be good to go for the coming few weeks as what's going to be a real busy schedule. It was always going to be a case where Man City were going to take their opportunity to do a full rotation. It's just, I look at the fixtures and I think to myself, a win here today gives us a big 3 hit against Real Madrid away in our next Champions League game. And obviously now Man City, they don't win today. If we want to be finishing in the top 8 spots, we're at a point where we're probably going to have to go to Madrid and do something. So I don't want to be in a position where we've got to go to Madrid and get a result to have our qualification in the top 8 hinge on that. We've done really well in the Champions League so far. 10 points, 4 games. We're ahead of schedule. But we've got to win this game. You know, you just can't be going to Real Madrid and needing to either pick up a result, pick up a draw or pick up a win and under pressure because you've chosen to rotate against another team. It just doesn't make sense from Pep Guardiola. And all I can think of, and the only reason I can think of that City have rotated so heavily, is the City players in terms of their recovery and condition from that Newcastle game isn't in a good place, that the players that are on the bench need that extra rest. And I wouldn't rule out, if that is the case, that even if Man City are chasing this game, I don't think they're going to dip too much towards the substitution bench. So this starting 11, it's their opportunity today. They've got to grab it with both hands. They've got to take their opportunity. They must take their opportunity, because if they don't, then when we get these free hits that come available every now and then in the season, we're not going to be in a good position to be able to rotate. So this is, for me, a game that, had we gone full strength, I'd be sat here real confident that we're going to win this game. I am nowhere near as confident, and my concern is Bayer Leverkusen have gone full strength. The 3rd in the Bundesliga. They're a very good team. In fact, I think to myself that if you wanted to rotate surely the conditions of the first 11 for City could have coped tonight and done full rotation at the weekend against Leeds United, because I look at the quality of Leeds United, good Premier League team, currently sat in the relegation zone, struggling for a bit of form, heads are down. If you want to rotate, surely you'd want to rotate in a Premier League game, in a home game against a team in the relegation zone, than you would in a pretty important Champions League game against a team that sat third in the Bundesliga, a team that's in fine form, a team that love winning. I think they've won, 5 of the last 6 games. So they're a team that are very, very good. And this is going to be a real difficult game for Manchester City now. Could be very interesting. And I think we're in a position here where I think if City fall behind and Leverkusen grab an early goal, it's going to take these players a heck of a long time to be able to, just adapt themselves into this game and get themselves up to standard. It's going to take a good 20, 30, maybe even the whole first half for them to be fully integrated into the game, to get their sharpness up, to look, the standard that Man City are looking for. And we just can't afford a slow, sluggish start against a team that knows how to attack, that knows how to score goals, a good attacking team as well, got lots of creativity in that midfield, former City man Aleix Garcia, Patrik Schick starting up top as well, a good striker, playing with their wing-backs, Alex Grimaldo, good players, real good players. So I'm surprised, very surprised. I was expecting City to rotate. We're in rotation season. I was just expecting it to be maybe 2 to 4 players maximum, not 10. This is making 10 changes is something you do in the Carabao Cup against a team that's in a lower division than you in a home game. That's the thing you do for the Carabao Cup. For a Champions League game, this is a huge risk, and this is a risk that could really backfire. And if it does backfire today, it backfires. But I will go out on record before the game and put it out there that I'm not going to hold back on if City drop points today, why I think we've dropped points today. It falls purely upon the team selection. Making 10 changes against a really good team like Bayer Leverkusen sounds like a recipe for disaster. I'm hoping it's going to be a masterclass from Pep. And I won't rule out a masterclass from Pep, but yeah. We'll go through the teams in just one moment. We'll go through them in just one moment. So, welcome, Raffin. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Corey going 3-1 City. There is a lot of quality. It's just how long is it going to take for that quality to kick in? We'll speak about the teams and where this game could be won and lost. Unofficial Martin. Still unofficial, but welcome. Thanks for tuning in, Martin. Do hope you're well, my friend. Julia, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Mick, welcome. Thanks for tuning in as well. Says good luck for tonight. Hope you have a good match and are tired for us on Saturday. Well, we're rotating, so we should be nice and fresh for you on Saturday. I'd have thought if the rotation were going to happen, it'd have happened on Saturday rather than today. I find it bizarre. Normally we just do 2 to 4 changes and the team just gets rotated game on game. You don't go with the same starting 11 from one match to the next. You just continue to make them 2 to 4 changes as and when needed. Going with a full 10 is telling me that Pep Guardiola really likes his starting 11 and he wants to keep that starting 11 nice and fresh, and he's prioritising games. So I'm looking at City's schedule and it doesn't make a lot of sense because Premier League games against Leeds at home, Fulham away, Sunderland at home. They're our next 3 games after this match, and I'm looking at them 3 games, and no disrespect to any of them teams that I've just mentioned, but they're games that I think would suit Man City, and I'd expect Man City to be able to beat them 3 teams whilst being able to rotate the team. But, yeah, here we are. Suleiman, thanks for tuning in, and Corey says Grimaldo got a nice free kick on him. He's a good player, Grimaldo. A danger, actually, that City need to try and keep quiet. Anyway, I do want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. SofaScore are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest football scores from around the grounds. They'll keep you up to date with the latest match information. They'll keep you up to date with the latest team news, which we're going to go through in just one moment. They'll keep you up to date with the latest statistics, which I'll cover at half-time. Not just limited to football scores and information. It's got you guys covered for all the sports and scores that you want to stay up to date with. So do go check out SofaScore, a free app to download, very highly rated. Links and details, they are in the description. I'm going to roll my promo video and I'll be back in 20 seconds. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's live stream. So we're going to go and have a look then at the teams, because that's where the talking points are for this game. Welcome, Suleiman. I'm very well, thank you, my friend. Glad to hear you're okay as well. Adam, thanks for tuning in as well. Much appreciated. Going with a 3-0 win for Man City. Yeah, guys, where are you tuning in from today? And what are your score predictions? Do let me know in the live chat as we hit 38 likes now, just 12 away from 50. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. So, let's look at the teams then. Got SofaScore locked and loaded. Other games taking place, a couple of full times already actually. You got Ajax against Benfica, that's finished 2-0 to Benfica in the Netherlands, and Galatasaray, with a player sent off, have lost 1-0 to USG, which is a big score from Turkey and a big blow for Galatasaray. So games you've got taking place today, you've got Bodo Glimt against Juventus, Borussia Dortmund against Villarreal, Chelsea against Barcelona, Man City against Leverkusen, Napoli against Karabag, Marseille against Newcastle, and Slavia Prague against Athletic Bilbao. I'm just reading what Pep Guardiola said about the starting 11, and City Extra have just put on from a tweet that said, Pep Guardiola on making 11 changes to his lineup tonight. I wanted to make 11 changes, but I don't have the player to do the 11, so he's gone with 10 changes instead, and Nico Gonzalez keeps his place in the team. He says, when you have a squad of 22 players and just play 11, you don't have 22, you have 11. We have to do it together. A lot of games, and we need fresh legs, everybody involved, and I love to let the players play. That's why they're Man City players. They're really good, all of them, so I've decided on this lineup. Big call made by Pep Guardiola, as we do get a light show taking place with some live music as well at the Etihad Stadium. So, the all-important team news, as man, thanks for tuning in from Kenya. Welcome, thanks for tuning in. We'll start with our opponents first. Bayer Leverkusen, led by manager Kasper Hjulmand. They're going with a 3-4-2-1 formation, so it's former Brentford goalkeeper Mark Flecken, who loves to make saves. He's in goal. You've got former Liverpool defender Quansah alongside Barde and Belosian starting as their back three. Poku goes on one side. Grimaldo, captain for Leverkusen today, goes on the left-hand side. Mazza is fit to start in central midfield. He starts alongside former City man Aleix Garcia and the danger man for Man City to try and keep quiet in that midfield for Bayer Leverkusen. Tillman on one side, Kofane gets the nod on the other, and it's Patrik Schick, the striker, who Man City need to try and keep quiet, starting up top. On the bench today for Leverkusen, you've got Lom, Schlick, Huagenhorst, Paul, Seghia, Teller, Mensah, another Mensah, so it's Naba Mensah and Jeremiah Mensah, Kulbreth and Echeverri, former Man City man. I say former because he's on loan, he's not currently, right now, a registered Man City player. He's a Bayer Leverkusen player, and he is available for selection today, so Claudio Echeverri could come off the bench to play today's game and potentially make an impact on this game. Can you imagine Echeverri comes on and turns the game and makes things happen? I'm looking at Man City and all this rotation, and I can't help but think to myself that, you know, Echeverri's on the bench for Leverkusen today. I would have thought, to be honest, that Echeverri probably have started this game for City with the amount of rotation we've put in place for our team. But here we are. Man City led by manager Pep Guardiola, lining up with a 4-2-3-1 formation. It's James Trafford making his Champions League debut, starting in goal. It's Abdukodir Khusanov starting on the right-hand side, Rayan Ait-Nouri on the left-hand side, Captain John Stones and Nathan Ake as the two centre-backs for Man City. A midfield three made up of Rico Lewis, Nico Gonzalez and Tijjani Reijnders. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rico Lewis getting much further forward, and you're going to see Tijjani Reijnders going more box to box with Nico Gonzalez playing behind them to support the defenders. I also wouldn't be surprised to see Tijjani Reijnders playing in his more natural central attacking midfield area, and supporting striker Omar, Marmoush and Rico Lewis will act as the pivot in midfield. Oscar Bobb given the nod on one side, Savinho given the nod on the other, so it looks like Oscar Bobb on the right, Savinho on the left, and it is Omar Marmoush, Egyptian striker, starting up top for Man City today. On the bench for City, pretty strong. Marcus Bettinelli, Gianluigi Donnarumma, Ruben Dias, Josko Gvardiol, Matheus Nunes, Nico O'Reilly, Rayan Cherki, Jeremy Doku, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden and Erling Haaland. Man City's starting 11 on the bench and Man City's bench on the starting 11 for the game today. Huge calls made by Pep Guardiola. Where's this game going to be won and lost? Well, you've got to try and keep their wing-backs quiet. So Grimaldo and Poku. So Abdukodir Khusanov's going to be in for a busy evening along with Rico Lewis on that right-hand side. I'm looking towards the City left-hand side. And I suspect that Rayan Ait-Nouri, Nathan Ake, Nico Gonzalez are going to have a busy evening on that right-hand side. You've got to try and keep Grimaldo and Poku, their wing-backs, try and keep them quiet. If we can keep them quiet, it's going to force Leverkusen onto the back foot. And what you're going to see then is that two-man midfield of Mazza and Garcia become a four-man midfield of Kovacic and Tillman having to drop a little deeper to try and support them, or Grimaldo and Poku having to squeeze into space to try and help them not be overloaded in midfield. So I'm looking towards Man City's midfield, and they're the players that can really make the difference. So I'm looking at Nico Gonzalez, I'm looking at Tijjani Reijnders, two very experienced central midfielders who've been playing a lot of minutes this season, who can make all the difference here for City. They've got to make this game about quality. Rico Lewis had a superb performance for City against Villarreal away from home a few weeks back in the Champions League, so I'm hoping he can replicate that form and put in a good performance. But at the end of the day, football's about scoring goals, and you've got to score goals to win games. You've got to be clinical. We weren't clinical on a Saturday against Newcastle. Newcastle scored one more than us, despite them not being that clinical either, and we lost that match. We're going to get opportunities in this game. Leverkusen are going to get opportunities in this game. Our defence has got to make this about quality. I want to see a good game from James Trafford. I want to see us finding ways to keep the likes of that front three of Kovacic, Tillman and Schick quiet. And I want us to be making it about quality. I want to see Oscar Bobb scoring and assisting. I want to see Savinho scoring and assisting. I want to see Tijjani Reijnders scoring and assisting. I want to see Omar Marmoush showcasing why we spent over £60 million to bring him into the club. He gets given a first start here in a while. He's got to grab this opportunity with both hands. So I'm hoping that he can do so and we can make it about quality. I think it will be very interesting to see if Man City go to the bench, which players are going to be bringing on, because there'll be players that are nice and fresh. It'll be players that either have picked up an injury or Pep Guardiola just simply hasn't been happy with their performance and they've got to come out and somebody else has got to go in. So a huge opportunity really there for the whole starting 11 for City. I do feel a bit sorry for Nico Gonzalez. He's the only player that can't be rotated, and he only can't be rotated because of injuries. Two players that play in his position currently out injured. Kovacic until March, and Rodri, who knows when he's going to be back. So a huge call made there by Pep Guardiola. Would love to know your thoughts, guys, in the live chat. Where are you tuning in from? And what is your score prediction for today's game? Fantasy, welcome. Thank you for tuning in, says a Marmoush hat-trick looming. I hope so. Michael, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, helping to moderate today's chat. Remember, guys, keep things nice and clean. No spoiling it for others. That's as far as the rules go here on the JSGC channel. So please adhere to the rules. Otherwise, the mods will deal with you. Adam says, number 26, he better play well. That's Savinho, if anyone's wondering. Got to be playing a big game today. He's got to be scoring and assisting. Man City want their answers. Pep Guardiola wants his answers. You're looking at the City wingers, and to be honest, get given their opportunity. They're not going to get that many more opportunities before the upcoming January window. City have been getting linked with right wingers. So today is a good opportunity for Oscar Bobb and Savinho to showcase what they can do. If they can't, well, that becomes a bit of a headache for Manchester City. Dave, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Going 3-1 Man City. Says I've got bigger fish to fry tonight, though. So probably with less success. We'll see. You never know, Dave. So thank you very much for tuning in. Adam tuning in from Ireland. And Melody, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Do hope you are well. So we're just 3 likes away from 50. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your thoughts in the live chat. Where you're tuning in from today and what is your score prediction. Do get your vote in the poll at the top of the chat. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. It is free to subscribe. We're going to keep you guys up to date here on YouTube with all the latest City content. So do subscribe. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's video. So players have made their way out the tunnel. Currently lining up. We're getting the Champions League anthem. Feel free to boo along from wherever you're tuning in from around the world. And we're nearly ready and set for today's game between Man City and Bayer Leverkusen. The only thing left for me to do is give my thoughts and score prediction for today's game. I'm hoping that we can score first. I'm going to go, if City score first, we'll win this game. I'm going to go 3-1 Man City. If Leverkusen score first, I'm going to go 1-1, and I think they're going to take points off us. We've got Real Madrid away coming up next, which I was hoping if we win this game, that would be our free hit, where you can do a bit of rotation with no pressure on us. Bodo Glimt away in January, you know, in the Arctic Circle in Norway. Harsh conditions, artificial pitch. It's not a game you fancy that you need to, you know, must win that game because it's just not going to be an easy game. And then Galatasaray final game, which them losing today at home against Giloy from France. Makes things very difficult because they're now obviously needing points to try and secure their qualifications into the latter stages of the Champions League, whether that be through their final position to maybe make the playoffs, or even, because they were doing pretty well up until tonight, potentially looking at a top 8 spot. So we'll see. We will see. Adam there booing along. I like it. I like it. Right. John Stones, captain for City, shaking hands with the captain of Bayer Leverkusen, Alex Grimaldo, Portuguese, I think, international. Yeah. Going to do a toss just to decide which way they're going to be kicking off. I think John Stones is just going to keep things as they are, you would suspect. So it'll be City attacking the South Stand first half. Big game coming up for Flecken in goal. For Leverkusen, you imagine he's going to have a busy evening regardless of what team's going out. Always seems to pull off a load of saves against us. So, yeah. Michael would like to see a Marmoush goal. I'd like to see a Marmoush goal as well. Nice to be back on home turf as well, isn't it, Michael? Miss playing at home. Our home form's been pretty solid. Obviously lost our opening game against Spurs. Won every other home game in all competitions since. Hoping we can make it happen tonight and continue that good streak. We could do with continuing that good streak. Anyway, guys, we're just 2 likes away from 50. Let's see if we can hit 50 before we get kickoff. Final few seconds, so please do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. I like that. 100% of you guys going for a City win. So nice and positive. We're going to end the poll as we do hit kickoff. And we do have kickoff as Leverkusen get us underway, playing in all black, attacking from right to left. Going to be attacking the soon-to-be opened, expanded north stand at the Etihad Stadium, with City taking on Leverkusen. City playing in their home shirts, sky blue shirts, white shorts. And sky blue socks attacking from left to right, attacking the south stand, where you find the away fans to the left-hand side of the south stand. So there we go. It'd be great to hit 115 likes. That'd be great. Dave, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, they are actually. My apologies. I don't know why I said France. I think it's just because it's obviously the French part of Belgium that they're from. Ugh! It's almost as confusing as, you've no idea how hard I had to try not to say when we're playing AS Monaco that we're playing in France. Playing the French league. They speak French. Very much not part of France. They're their own country. You take on Monaco away, you're playing in Monaco. In the country of Monaco, you're not playing in France, despite it being surrounded by France, sitting on the lovely Mediterranean coast. And that's probably the fascinating thing about Europe. There's so many different cultures all kind of mixed into one. Belgium's a very multicultural country. Had the pleasure of visiting there. I visited the Dutch side of Belgium, up in Bruges. The Flemish side of things. It was, excellent trip. There's Oscar Bobb, lovely turn there. Could get himself into a very good position here. Plays the ball into Marmoush. Bobb can't get his ball across. And Leverkusen will get a foot on that, and they should get this clear. They don't. Dave's a commentary 2-0 up already, so we'll watch the City game instead. Wow, commentary are flying. Looking good for getting promoted, aren't they? Excuse me. As we're now just 46 likes away from 100, guys. So don't forget to leave a thumbs up, do subscribe, and do go check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. Here's City then coming forward. Savinho gets his pass into Abdukodir Khusanov. Here is Nathan Ake. Here's Tijjani Reijnders. Then to Rayan Ait-Nouri. I'm looking forward to seeing what Rayan Ait-Nouri can do. Not seen too much of him in a City shirt, and I want to see more from him. I really do. Here is James Trafford. Plays a nice pass across to John Stones. Andy and Allison, regards. Thanks for tuning in. Do hope you are both well. On holiday, Andy, or in York? Every time I speak to Andy, he always seems to be away. She's brilliant. Don't blame you. Leverkusen just knocking this around in their own half at the minute. City just trying to put the squeeze on, force the mistake and get the mistake. A cheap corner given away there by Leverkusen. A very wayward pass there that Flecken can't keep in. I don't know who that pass was intended for. So, it was Mazza. It was an injury doubt for today's game. But, set pieces, managed to find a way to utilise them against Newcastle with our only goal coming from a set piece, from a corner with Ruben Dias poking home. Can we utilise set pieces here? Stones in the box. Khusanov in the box. Ake good in the air in the box. Nico G's in there too. So a bit of height. You'd think the target here is either going to be Nico G or John Stones. A bit of wrestling going on in the penalty area. 5 minutes in here at the Etihad. City 0, Leverkusen 0. Corner then to be taken. It's sent in. Ake goes up in the air. It's fizzling around. Ball gets squared across. Ake! Oh, I thought that was going in. Oh! I thought that was going in. Of course, Flecken makes the save. Of course. Oh, it would have been a huge opening goal where Bobb just squaring the ball across. It's a beautiful save from Flecken. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's a big, strong left hand. It's a brilliant save. Close range. You don't know much about it. Just chucks an hand at it and gets it. Another corner, this time from the other side. Header won by City, and it's flicked across for a third corner. Stone's getting his head onto that. It comes off one of the Leverkusen defenders from his flick, and that goes out for a third corner, this time from the other side. Andy says we've been on our 3-day-long weekend, but being busy today, York is absolutely heaving due to the Christmas market. It's not a great time to be around. I know that from Manchester and the Christmas markets and how busy it is. It's just not nice, is it? It's nice when you're there, but the amount of people and the crowding, the traffic and everything, just, nah. Time out. Nah. Anyway, eventually Leverkusen can get the third consecutive corner from City cleared as City look to try and push further forward here. Lovely drop of the shoulder there from Rayan Ait-Nouri. Here is Savinho. finds Nathan Ake. Works it across to the right-hand side where he's got Uzbekistan international Abdukodir Khusanov. Oscar Bobb, Norwegian international, gives the ball to Khusanov, working the ball backwards to captain for today, John Stones. Here is Manchester City then coming forward. Yeah, very much looking like Rico Lewis just more pivoting. So Tijjani Reijnders playing in a more advanced role, supporting the striker. He's actually the furthest man forward right now. Here's Oscar Bobb, making himself known on this right-hand side. Just plays a short pass into Abdukodir Khusanov. Under pressure, he'll just work the ball back to John Stones. So at the moment, City got everybody inside the Bayer Leverkusen half. Leverkusen currently got themselves camped in their own half, not seeing too much of the football, not managed to come forward yet, not managed to link up too much. City have had a good opportunity. Nathan Ake's shot from a corner, well saved by former Brentford goalkeeper Mark Flecken. The only real opportunity of this game so far. City knocking the ball around, and I was a bit concerned about rustiness of the players. City haven't looked too rusty so far here. Knocked the ball around pretty well. And you'd look at the team that City are playing with right now, and you wouldn't think that, you know, for a lot of this, it's a rotated team that's not really played that many minutes or got that many starts so far this season, but they've embedded themselves in well. Here's Leverkusen then, managed to pick the pockets of Man City and looking to build the ball forward. Captain Alex Grimaldo leading the charge, bringing them forward as Leverkusen surely just going to work this to the right-hand side. They've got 3 players on the right-hand side. And the ball does come in. And just like that, Man City now got everybody inside their own half. Just a bit weary of Bayer Leverkusen and the quality that they've got. Michael, it would have been good to have another centre-back score. But here we are, as Newcastle have gone 1-0 up away in Marseille, as a cross comes in there from Khusanov looking for Omar Marmoush. It's over Omar Marmoush and is cleared by Leverkusen. City looking to try and keep Leverkusen penned in, and Khusanov does well, as did Rico Lewis. A good combination there before Bobb can't find his pass into the penalty area looking for Marmoush, and Grimaldo now with the ball for Leverkusen. Work the ball back to goalkeeper Mark Flecken. He's just going to send this one long and get the ball up the pitch. Header though won by Manchester City, and they'll come away with the ball through Rayan Ait-Nouri. Thanks for tuning in. Tuning in from Uzbekistan, cheering on Abdukodir Khusanov. As Andy says, Christmas should be like the World Cup and Olympics every 4 years. Might make it more special if it was every 4 years. I imagine there'd be a lot of people who'd be very unhappy with that as well. I'm always grateful for the time off. Mine, thanks for tuning in. Dodge. I can't see Vinicius Jr. signing for City. It's just very expensive. A very expensive transfer fee. Very expensive agent fee. Very expensive in wages. And I can see him following in the footsteps of a lot of other Brazilian players. Follow the big money and head to Saudi Arabia. Get the big paycheck. Lots of Brazilian players have done that. And I can see Vinicius Jr. going down that route. Mine says 2 a.m. My sleep schedule's doomed. It's a whopping time for watching the City game. I presume the evening ones for you then, not ideal. That's a great question, Dan. I was hoping no one had asked me that question. What do I think's easier, Leverkusen or Dortmund? Right, I'll just answer the question. I'd probably go Leverkusen, purely on the basis that, you know, Leverkusen are a good team. I think Dortmund are a better team. The Leverkusen team from a couple of years back, that unbeaten team that won the Premier League, you know, Xabi Alonso in charge as the manager, I'd have said that that would be the more difficult game, as Leverkusen have got a brilliant chance here. It's a great block. Who's that making the block? It's Rayan Ait-Nouri making the block, the Algerian international. First time Leverkusen have managed to come forward and cause City some problems, and it's a good block there in the end from Manchester City. Needed dealing with. Abdukodir Khusanov couldn't quite get on there. I think it was Aleix Garcia playing a nice little ball across. Good block that from Ait-Nouri, a real good block. Yeah, I'm gonna go Dortmund. A couple of years back, I'd have gone Leverkusen. It'd have been the more difficult game, but I'll go Dortmund, the more difficult game for me. As that's headed behind. Is that not a corner? No. Referee gives a goal kick. There we go. Odin, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I can't see City going for Vinicius Jr. I really can't. It is classic City, Odin, doing so well and then just undoing their hard work through giving one ball away and one opportunity and nearly get punished for it. Dodger, we lost because we didn't put our chances away. We could look at the officials and talk about the officials all day, but we had lots of opportunities to score and win that game. And because we never took the lead, we always put ourselves under pressure. And when you go behind, you know, this is the danger you have when you go behind. So, guys, we're now just 35 likes away from 100 likes, making good progress towards 100 likes. So any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Jean, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Do hope you are well. Dave says the better Olympics is next year. Is it the Winter Olympics next year? Odin, I agree. I think that's got to be some kind of priority that City are looking at in the... I presume it'd become in the summer transfer window. Once, I presume Bernardo Silva's not signing a new contract, and I can see Kovacic with his injuries potentially leaving, and I'd be looking towards getting more physicality in that midfield, because we were getting bullied at times against Newcastle. It was weak, like Tonali, Guimaraes, and Joelinton just dominated that midfield, and we struggled with it. Just goes to show, you know, nice passion and aggression in midfield could go a long way. I do genuinely feel like Bruno Guimaraes would have been a perfect player for City. They've given us that physicality and aggression that we've been looking for, but we didn't obviously push hard enough to bring him in, and he weren't interested in making the move and going off the bickering and arguing going on. I'm going to presume that Bruno G deal to City now very much dead in the water. Welcome, Nadum. Thanks for tuning in. Do hope you are well. I hope City can win this game as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vinicius Jr. leave. I just don't think he'll come to City. I can't see Kobe Mainoo leaving United to go to City either. I have said before that I look at United's team, and someone's asked me before if I was to pick any United player, who would I pick? I said City struggle sometimes with numbers in midfield, and I look towards midfield and homegrown options in midfield, and someone like Kobe Mainoo I think could be a pretty good player under Pep. As that's a nice floated ball looking for Omar Marmoush. Flecken reads it well, collects. Good goalkeeper, Mark Flecken. Michael, I wouldn't either, but I feel like it's a cop-out answer saying I'm not going to take anybody. Got to pick, you have to pick somebody. There has to be a player and a reason. That was a question. So he would be the player that I'd pick. Leverkusen just growing in confidence in this game now. Looking to try and come forward. Dave, nothing wrong with Haaland. Just rotated. Pep just wants to rotate his team. He wants to give the other players an opportunity to showcase what they can do. So... Oh, there's a chance here. Here's Tijjani Reijnders in the penalty area. A nice ball played across there from Savinho. Here's Nathan Ake. It's actually a really good question. Cristiano. Prime Cristiano Ronaldo. We don't want Cristiano Ronaldo of now. I think anyone would be mental to say they wouldn't take Cristiano Ronaldo. But yeah, put that question to the chat. It was a very interesting question that I got asked, and I'd love to know everybody's answer. Current United team. You had to pick one player, and you have to pick a player from United to join City. Who would that player be and why? Scott, it's a fantastic app, very highly rated. I pick and choose who I work with. I'll only work with companies and apps and stuff who I think are genuinely real good, that I think will offer something for everybody. And SofaScore, I think, ticked all the boxes, so went with them. Dodger, Mbuemo. Why Mbuemo? Is it Mbumo? They said his name was pronounced. Despite me for the last 3 years calling him Mbuemo. Nathan Ake plays the ball into the channel looking for Tijjani Reijnders. There's a heavier touch there from Leverkusen, and they're going to work themselves into some bother there. It's Bode that's nearly worked into some bother. They do well to keep hold of the ball. There you go, Michael going with Mbumo as well. Odin going Lenny Yoro. And he says someone from the reserves. Oh, there's a chance here for City if they can get it right. Savinho back to Tijjani Reijnders. The question is, can they get it right? The answer is no. Because here's Leverkusen now. On the counter-attack. Into the City penalty area. And there's a coming together between Rayan Ait-Nouri and one of the Leverkusen players. And referee says no free kick. I was expecting to say, and now they score. It wouldn't surprise you though, would it? It wouldn't surprise you. Here's Oscar Bobb then. City now coming forward. It's our turn to be in the penalty area. Tijjani Reijnders has a ricocheted shot. He took a shot, it was blocked, and it hit his shin and then filtered its way through another deflection to the goalkeeper to make a comfortable collection. I mean, Rayan Ait-Nouri on Poku there had to be real careful because he's grabbing around his waist and then Ait-Nouri slips and it brings Poku down. He asked the question. The referee says, not for me. So, yeah. Anyway, it's getting a bit scrappy this. Here's Rico Lewis. Needs a bit of support. Gets a little bit of support. Abdukodir Khusanov it is with the support. Game now being played at a walking pace. Even the referees just walking around. I'd like to see more from Tijjani Reijnders. To be fair, he's not been playing in a position that's his strongest. I think his strongest position's where he's playing now in attacking midfield. He's a good player. He will come good, trust me. He's a real good player and he will come good. He just needs a bit of patience and a bit of time. He's adapting to a new league and a new surroundings. Just take a bit of time. Should be a free kick that for City. Referee says no free kick. There we go. Dodger, I can't see Lamine Yamal ever leaving Barcelona even at this early age. One of them protected talents as Rayan Ait-Nouri looking for the pass of Savinho. Can't find him. So nearly 20 minutes in here. Into the 20th minute. 0-0. City do well to win that ball back. Got to try and be a bit more decisive in the final third. As Savinho nearly wins the ball there. Just follows through with his studs. Catches the Leverkusen man. I think it was Tillman. Yeah, just gets in front of the ball there. He nearly timed that to perfection, Savinho. Another ball sent long by Leverkusen. So Leverkusen clearly just looking to try and exploit space around the high line of Manchester City. And a couple of times they've had some good success as well. So once more, City just looking to build an attack here through Oscar Bobb on the right-hand side. He's got support of Rico Lewis. Tijjani Reijnders, I think that was there. Omar Marmoush it was, pointing where he wanted that ball to be played and it didn't come. Here's Ait-Nouri then to Savinho. Savinho does well, takes on one, goes with the ball across. Leverkusen get a body in front and they'll get that clear. Savinho's looking pretty sharp as well for me. Odin says Rico Lewis looking sharp. He's nice and fresh. Nice and fresh. I think Savinho's look pretty lively. Oscar Bobb's look pretty lively to be fair as well. Dodger. I can't see Arteta coming in. Can't see him leaving Arsenal. Why would he leave Arsenal? Company. I'd say why would he leave Bayern? But, you know, if he picks up a Bundesliga with her, he might feel like, you know, I've got back-to-back Bundesligas. I've done my job with Bayern Munich. I've, you know, get them to the latter stages of the Champions League or something. He'll say, yeah, done. Jean reckons, what is that, Pep Linders you're going for to replace Pep? I imagine Pep will get a say on who he thinks will come in. I don't want Vinny to come in because he's Mr. Manchester City. I want Vinny to earn the job. I want you know, I don't want people to say Vinny's got the job at City because he's a City legend. You know, like how Frank Lampard got the job at Chelsea. I want Vincent Kompany to, you know, go out and, you know, really be on top of his game. So you could look at Vincent Kompany and say Vincent Kompany's an exceptional manager and you can work from there. I think when you're, I mean, as Andy says there, is Leverkusen coming forward now. And they're in a great spot here. Blocked, and it's not blocked, sorry, it's 1-0. It's Grimaldo, and all these changes that Man City have made. I said the thing that I was fearing the most is Leverkusen scoring first, because this is going to be a very long game. Yeah. 1-0 Leverkusen. No comment. No comment, guys. Just a simple ball played forward. It's onside. Easy. It's easy. It's just a ball that's played across. Falls nicely for Grimaldo. He has a shot. I thought Khusanov was going to get the block, and that's why I said he's going to get the block. He's there. It's through his legs. And in the back of the net. There you go. And this is just I don't get this team selection. I don't get why you make these changes. I don't get why you take on such a good team like Bayer Leverkusen and you make these changes. I don't get it. I do not get it. It's Grimaldo, captain, goal scorer. Just I wouldn't say the rumours around Pep Guardiola leaving this summer are accurate. There's just murmurs. I've heard the murmurs. I've heard them murmurs for like the last 3 years though. He's not left yet. I'd be more concerned if he was in the final year of his contract and these murmurs were coming around about and there were no rumours of him signing a new contract. But well, there we go. First shot on target for Leverkusen. And James Trafford on his Champions League debut can't keep a clean sheet, unfortunately. And the issue that we have is Man City are behind. And I said the last thing we want with all these players coming in is for us to concede first and concede early. And that's pretty much what's happened. You know, 20 odd minutes in, conceded. We're behind. You've got a rotated 11 on the field against the team that sits third in the Bundesliga who, you know, can't stop winning games. I don't get how Pep thought that was... I don't get it. I don't get how Pep's looked at this and gone, do you know what? I think this is a good idea. I don't get it. Can someone please explain it to me? Is there something that I'm not getting? Because I don't get it. It don't make sense to me. I get why they want to rotate. It's just, you know, we're not taking on here a rubbish team. We're not taking on a whipping boy of the Champions League. We're taking on a team that sits third in the Bundesliga, a team that's in brilliant form, former Bundesliga champions, full of exceptional quality. I don't get it. You want to rotate? No disrespect to Leeds, but Leeds in the relegation zone, a Premier League game, an extra few days of rest. For me, the rotation, if you wanted to go full squad rotation, I'd have done it at the weekend against Leeds than I would here against Leverkusen. Leverkusen possess a lot of attacking threats, a lot more than I think Leeds would offer. And it's almost like City, because they know they've done so well in the Champions League so far, have thought, we've got our one opportunity for a gimme that we can afford to lose a game and still be in a good position to finish in the top 8. The problem is, we lose this game, and it means we need to go to Madrid away and get a result. And if we go to Madrid away and we lose, which is what I would expect to happen, because we've just not been very good on the road this season, and all of a sudden you're looking at 10 points from 6 games, that's the form that gets you into the playoffs, not a top 8 spot. Honestly, I don't get it. I didn't get it at the start. I don't get it now. And I'm going to blame nobody else but Pep if we don't win today's game. No one else. We didn't need to, and we shouldn't have rotated today. This was not a 3-hit game. And we're now under exceptional pressure going into a match away against Real Madrid. Exceptional pressure. Because you picked up a bad result, so you've got to replicate that. You know, you've got to make up for that bad result. You also run the risk that this could be back-to-back losses. It's awful preparation for a game, for a Premier League game, a big Premier League game against Leeds. Because you're at a point where, you know, we end up losing back-to-back games, and you don't pick up a win against a team in the relegation zone at home, and, you know, all of a sudden your Premier League title hopes, they start to disappear. I'm concerned, Jean, about that game against Bodo Glimt. Very concerned. I'm concerned about the conditions. I'm concerned about the artificial pitch. Players won't be used to playing on artificial pitches. That stinks of hamstring injuries. Here's Grimaldo popping up everywhere now. City can't cope. They're a bit absent in midfield at the minute. Not good. Anyway, guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're now 32 likes away from 100. Don't forget to subscribe. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Here's Nathan Ake. That's excellent work from Omar Marmoush. What can Marmoush do with it? Just floats the ball across, headed clear by Leverkusen, forced to Ait-Nouri as a sliced shot that goes wide. So first half an hour here, it's not been very impressive. And I do think to myself, obviously City have taken the option here to try and rotate, but, you know, how long do you give this? This is, I'm going to repeat, this is not a gimme game. We need to win this game. How long do you give this before you start chucking the first 11 on? Went through the legs of John Stones, that goal as well. Through the legs of 2 players and in the back of the net. Here's Leverkusen then. If this goes 2-0, I think this could be the game. We're such a fine part of this match now. I mean, has anybody stood out and impressed? I don't get it. And once again, I saw it in the Carabao Cup. City's rotated 11 because they're so rusty. Don't showcase the quality, and is Leverkusen in driving into the City penalty area. It's all about Leverkusen. City aren't threatening the Leverkusen goal. They're not doing anything. Leverkusen are dictating this game. They're making this game about quality, and they're showcasing that their nice and sharp, in-form, confident quality that they've got is far better than Man City's rustiness that they've put out today for this match. And I'm sorry, this all falls on Pep for me. I don't get why he's rotated this team. I do not get why he's made 10 changes. I don't get it. They're putting themselves under tremendous pressure for 3 very difficult games to end the Champions League campaign. If they can't win today. Here's Abdukodir Khusanov. Does well to find a pass to Oscar Bobb as they're coming together. City want a free kick. Referee says no free kick. This has been as flat of a home performance that I've seen from City this season. Here's Oscar Bobb, and that's going to be a goal kick. It was a goal kick. I don't know why Rico Lewis is arguing. It was a goal kick. Leverkusen look like they want this more as well. And there's the gaps between City's midfield and attacks massive. So much space. And I just don't think City have been aggressive enough either. As I said, this has been as flat of a performance that I've seen. And if they're not careful, they'll go 2-0 behind. It could go 2-0 behind right now. Here's Leverkusen coming forward, edge of the City penalty area. Combination of Ait-Nouri and Tijjani Reijnders gets the job done. James Trafford just going to have to put his foot through that and get that one clear. Leverkusen working themselves into trouble, and they do well in the end to keep control of the football. The City are just chasing shadows. They look absolutely clueless. Absolutely clueless. They're getting outplayed right now. Outplayed. Shambolic is what I'd call this. Shambolic. Here's Ait-Nouri. To Tijjani Reijnders. Back to Rayan Ait-Nouri. He just gets bundled over. He wants a free kick. Referee says, get up. Look at the space. Surely offside. No? A good tackle in the end, so it won't matter. Nico G making the interception. City want a free kick. Not given. Ait-Nouri it was, taking a big impact. I don't get what Pep was thinking. I don't get it. I really do not get it. City do well to work the ball back. That's better, more aggressive, quicker from the defence to push forward. Here's City now coming forward, and just they look clueless in attack. Literally no link-up play. And ball comes across looking for Marmoush. Not a bad ball, but can't find Marmoush, and that goes out for a goal kick. Marmoush wants the cheering of the crowd, try and motivate the team, but it's just, yeah. Oh my word. Anyway, guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're 29 likes away from 100. Do subscribe and do go check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. City then having more of the ball, 60% possession compared with 40% for Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen doing more with the ball. Manchester City just not at it at the minute. As Odin says, a dreadful half. It's as bad of a half as I've seen from City this season, this. If we're, if we was having opportunities and we were just being wasteful, I'd say just be clinical in the second half and try and rectify it, but that's not what I'm seeing. Wayward passes. How easy it is for Leverkusen to get forward and make things happen. Again, just another wayward pass. We do well for Oscar Bobb to get hold of the ball, but his touch is too heavy. And the gaps again between midfield and attack, it's too big. You make a mistake on the ball, you're going to get dispossessed. As I said before, this Leverkusen team, they're not mugs. They're a real good team. You don't sit third in the Bundesliga for no reason. Mullet Daddy, thanks for tuning in. You could argue a bit of disrespect towards Leverkusen. Leverkusen will have looked at Man City's team and done two things. Number one, looked at it and gone, I like that team. We've got a good opportunity today to get back on track in our Champions League campaign and make it back-to-back wins. They'll also look at that team and said, why have Man City dropped all of their players? Do they think we're that bad that they can just make all them changes and beat us still? It motivates the opposition. A big Champions League game like this, you go with your strongest 11. I mean, an absolute hash of this starting 11. Absolute hash. I think we could all see that as well. I don't get it. I do not get it. Here's Khusanov then to John Stones. We need players that are going to help try and grab this game by the scruff of the neck. It's going to be difficult for the first team players to come on to the pitch and get up to speed with this game. When you're playing against physical German sides who are good on the ball, it's difficult to get up to speed. Even though players will be sharp that are on the bench because they play game on game, they'll struggle in the limited time to embed themselves into it. So I don't think this is as simple and straightforward as just you turn to your bench and hope that does the job, because I just don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, other than that Nathan Ake big chance with a good save from Flecken, we've not really done anything. Quite frankly, it's not good enough. Simply is not good enough from City. I feel sorry for the first team players on the bench. They must be furious. They join Man City to play in the biggest and best game, playing against the biggest and best teams. A good test here against Bayer Leverkusen. They want to be starting them games. They want to be making the difference. They want to be scoring them big Champions League goals. It's just a wayward pass again from City. It's all over the place. The link-up play has been inept this evening. Absolutely inept. They're being rushed. They don't look comfortable. They lack confidence. Very much like the opposite of Bayer Leverkusen. And that's all, honestly guys, it's all to do with sharpness of the players. It is all to do with sharpness of the players. It's been absolutely inept. And I'm going to say this, you're allowed 5 subs, and 5 subs is a lot of subs. But 5 subs I don't think is enough to sort this mess. Mullet, Dad, I agree. You could understand if it's later in the season and it's a Premier League, potential title deciding game. You're going to have to rotate. You've got to think about them big Premier League games. A team in the relegation zone at home is the exact game you want right after a Champions League game. If you could pick your games, that is a game that you want. So you can go full strength here and rotate at the weekend. And we've done it the opposite. And now we're unnecessarily putting ourselves under pressure ahead of Real Madrid away, Norway against Bodo Glimt away. You look at that and everyone's going to think it's a gimme of a game, but it isn't. Minus temperatures, cold temperatures, Arctic Circle temperatures on an artificial pitch in January, peak winter. Thick snow. Conditions like most of the City players won't be used to. Playing on pitches that they won't be used to. Here's Oscar Bobb. Just put your foot through it. Put your foot through it. Flecken makes the save, but got to go with the power there across the keeper and just put your foot through that. Incredibly, incredibly frustrating, this. Anyway, guys, we're just 23 likes away from 100. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do go and check out the SofaScore app. Links and details there in the description. You would think that for that match in Norway that we'd be relying on Oscar Bobb and Haaland will be more used to that temperature and climate. It's a poor corner. It's way too close to the keeper. Way, way, way too close to the keeper. More like Dad, I like the little football. When you press like, the little football rotates round. It's fun. I like it. Since he is just chasing shadows, honestly, just chasing shadows. So we're throwing for Leverkusen. City haven't got the answer at the minute. I think City could just do with... this is one of them games where I just look at it and, you take it in at half-time and get it to 0-0. And then you make the changes and try and win the game. Because we're trailing, it offers all kinds of complications. 1-0 behind. Leverkusen not only have something to defend, they know that if they defend well and score next, City are in all kinds of bother. City have got to make opportunities like this count. And it's a good save from Flecken, but it's straight at the keeper. That is a golden opportunity for Tijjani Reijnders. You've got to make these opportunities count. Wasteful. A game that we've not had that many opportunities. You just cannot waste your opportunities. Khusanov does well and gets his foot on that. Gets a throw-in for Leverkusen inside the City half, but that would have put Leverkusen in a good position, so a good bit of defending. City forced a mistake. Player slips. Tijjani Reijnders, space opens up. Clean effort, straight at the keeper. Straight at the keeper. I think the referee's had enough and blown the half-time whistle. That is a disgrace of the first half performance from Manchester City. An absolute disgraceful first half. It's a disgraceful team selection. It's a disgraceful performance from City. And I want to see changes at half-time. And I ain't talking 1 or 2 changes. I want to see wholesale changes at half-time. They're not going to make 5 subs, but I'd certainly be looking at making 3 or 4. Try and get good link-up play and opportunities and scoring. I'm looking at, Erling Haaland can't stop scoring goals. Erling Haaland comes on. Let's have a look. Let's get it up. Let's get the stats up. Let's have a look what we're dealing with. Let's have a look what we're dealing with here, because at the minute, City haven't got the answers. So you want to try and force Leverkusen onto the back foot. You're going to force Leverkusen onto the back foot by getting control of that midfield. So firstly, that's the position that I'm looking at, and I'm thinking to myself, the likes of Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, they're the players you want to see coming onto the pitch. I want to see more from Man City's wingers, so I'm looking towards Jeremy Doku for Savinho. I'm looking at Erling Haaland coming on as well. Even the presence from City's fullbacks, missing the likes of Nico O'Reilly, just players that are going to help settle Man City down, because at the minute they're not settling themselves down. It's just been a tremendously poor performance, and as I said, just as disgraceful as a first half performance that I've seen from City this season. Team selection's all wrong. Everything about this game from City's been wrong. Everything. They've not got anything right. Against a good team like Leverkusen, they'll put us to the sword. And I will guarantee that Leverkusen aren't going to sit off City. They're just going to continue to play and play and play. And if we don't change things up sooner rather than later, this will go 2-3. And the heads of City will go. So these changes get made at half time. Pep's not got it right. Not got it right. Awful performance this from City. Absolutely awful. 54% possession for City. Expected goal rate at just 0.52. One big opportunity. 5 shots. Forcing 3 saves from the keeper. Not being clinical. Leverkusen expected goal rate from their 46% possession at 0.28. They've managed to still grab their goal. 3 shots. 1 on target. 1 goal. City, 305 passes, knocking the ball around. Leverkusen at 264. But at the moment, just way off from City, from the standards that they need to be winning a game like this. And just all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. What changes are you guys making? Get them in the chat, because... oh yeah. They do look like a bunch of strangers. Players that don't know how to play football with each other is what it looks like. It looks like a League Cup game. You will get away with it when you're playing teams in the Championship, in League One. You will get away with it because the quality isn't there. In a Champions League game against a team, former Bundesliga champions, sitting third in the Bundesliga right now. I think they've won 5 of the last 6 games. You ain't going to get away with this. You won't get away with it. And it's just been all round awful from Man City. Just have a look at the other scores from around the grounds. Bodo Glimt to 1-0 up in Norway against Juventus. See, it's going to be a difficult game, that one. Dortmund 0, Villarreal 0. Chelsea are 1-0 up against Barcelona. Barcelona down to 10 men. Don't know who's been sent off for Barcelona. Let's have a look who's been sent off for them. Araujo's been sent off at the back for Barcelona. They had 1-0 down to 10 men. City are losing this game. Napoli 0, Karabag 0, Marseille 0, Newcastle 1, and Slavia Prague 0, Athletic Bilbao 0. Yeah. Sovereto, agree. Lineup, horrid. Clutch Clips wants to see Haaland, Doku, Foden, Cherki, Nunes coming on. So, yeah. They're players you want to see. I'd agree with all of them apart from Nunes. I'd probably chuck O'Reilly on for me on the left-hand side. Try and solidify things on that left-hand side. The other 2 full-time games in the Champions League. Ajax 0, Benfica 2 and Galatasaray 0, USG 1 from Belgium. So a big blow there for Galatasaray. But all round just inept from Manchester City. Absolutely inept. So don't forget, leave a thumbs up, guys. Now 19 likes away from 100. See if we can have a big push towards that half time. Don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the live chat, including what changes do you want to see at half-time from Man City. Surely going to be seeing some changes be made by Pep Guardiola. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. It is free to subscribe. Social media links are in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's live watch-along. Right, I got some half-time entertainment for you guys to enjoy. So sit back, relax, enjoy, grab yourself a drink and snack, and hopefully a big second half and a comeback second half win for Man City. Halftime entertainment today brought to you by my partner channel Mixid. Do go and check him out. Links and details there in the description. And a big thank you to Mixid for providing today's halftime entertainment. This is the colour changing martini, and trust me, this is the most entertaining it's going to get in this game so far.
What's going on, guys? Mixid here, back again for another cocktail video. As you can see, guys, we will be finally kicking off our Christmas series cocktails right up to the new year. Can you have a guess what today's cocktail is, guys? Because the lights will give it away. As you can see, they are changing colour, so it can only mean one cocktail. The colour changing martini. Now we've looked at the lights, we can crack on with this cocktail. But today's Christmas cocktail, guys, is the colour changing martini, as it's one I've been wanting to do for a while, and I will show you guys how to make this. But don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixid, as it really helps my channel to grow, so any support in that direction, I really appreciate it. Thank you. First thing to do, guys, is put some ice into your shaker. And the first ingredient to go in, guys, is 45ml or 1.5 ounce of dry gin. We are using the Tanqueray brand today. Our next ingredient, guys, is 22.5ml or 3/4 ounce of ginger liqueur. We are using the King's ginger, so you can't get this from Waitrose. It's not the easiest ingredient to find, I will be honest. Next ingredient to go in, guys, is Next ingredient to go in, guys, is 50ml or 1/2 ounce of sugar syrup, or for our international audience, simple syrup. So you're having a good Christmas, everyone, or happy holidays. So is the holiday season approaching? Right, and the last thing you want to do now is add in an entire dropper of below flower extract. So you can't get this from the Trafford Centre for audience up north. It's Trafford Centre and Windermere. Again, another ingredient difficult to come by. That should do it. But say not one drop, one dropper, so we'll add the entire thing. And if it's not enough, we'll just add a bit more. Remember, guys, do not add the lemon juice to this yet. Do not add the lemon juice. Put your glass on, give it a bang, and shake for 10 seconds. There we go, nice and blue. Give it a good bang to separate, and get your martini glass. As you can see, guys, I've nicely decorated with a Christmas tree. Put your strainer on, then strain into your martini glass. Right, I tell you now, guys, notice it's a dark blue. And this is the trick to this cocktail, why it's colour changing. The lemon juice will change it because of this, the flower extract. Right, well, add in a little bit of lemon juice first. Right, that's better. A close up for you guys. As we add the lemon juice and watch it change colour from a dark blue. See it changing. Add a bit more. Because the more you add, the lighter it will turn from a purple to a pink, to like a fuchsia colour. And there we go, guys, one colour changing martini. What do you think of it? Certainly pretty to look at. It's certainly very fascinating watching it change colour. But so what does it, guys, is the acidity of this. It's the pH colours. The lemon juice is a little bit, as it's better to change it from, because if you use the below flower extract anything, it'll change anything. It's fun to use and it'll turn any cocktail or drink blue, and then just add the lemon juice and watch it change colour to a nice bright pink colour. But it's the acidity, it's the pH level that does it. So if you want unwanted, you can use a lemonade or other ingredient. It doesn't have to be like gin or the ginger liqueur. You can just have a load of fun with this. So I highly recommend if you ever get a chance to, if you ever see this little fella. But the thing you guys want to know, how does the colour changing martini taste? What expects is typical gin cocktail, like bitter taste, but it's very nice as well. I say it certainly complements with the sugar syrup to sweeten it like a little bit, so it's not overpowering the bitter taste. But this cocktail is more about presentation. It's certainly lovely to look at, and it's certainly quite drinkable. It's nice and it's certainly pretty. Well, that is a colour changing martini, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixed if you wish to see more cocktail videos, as we will be doing more Christmas cocktails, as I will be doing a lot more, as I will be doing one in midweek as in the run up to Christmas, and after next week I will be doing daily ones on every 2 days up to the run up to the new year. So I will see you for the next Christmas cocktail video. Have a nice day, guys. Cheers.
And a big thank you to Mixed for providing today's halftime entertainment. I feel early. I normally tend to have my halftime entertainments and they end up running over into the second half and being late. So something's gone to plan here. I was just reading on X at halftime. Man City have got 3 players not going into the dressing room for the halftime team talk, who have been told to stay out and warm up ahead of the second half. So I presume City looking to make 3 changes at halftime. The 3 players that have been warming up is Jeremy Doku. Interesting. So one of the wide players you think is going to be coming off. We've got Nico O'Reilly as well warming up. Alongside them to Phil Foden. So I said they'd be looking for more presence in midfield. It's going to rely on that from Phil Foden. Also looking for more pace. So looking towards Doku. And I said out wide needs sorting out, and it's not surprised to see Nico O'Reilly coming on as well. And I'm looking towards everyone else. Rayan Cherki potentially coming off the bench. Bernardo Silva might be another option. And I think, obviously, final option for Man City, if things continue to go against us, you're going to be looking at Erling Haaland coming on as well. So they'd be my changes. So we'll see. We're just waiting for confirmation. Then players have been warming up at half-time. So we'll see what happens. I honestly, I won't make 5 changes, but I'd definitely be looking towards making 3 or 4. If City could make 8 or 9 changes, I would make 8 or 9 changes. We've got this team selection wrong. You wanted to rotate, you start the players and you rotate them in the second half. You don't start a weakened team and rotate from the substitute bench in a game that we've got to get a result from. There's a confirmation then. Phil Foden is coming on, Jeremy Doku's coming on, and Nico O'Reilly coming on. So let's see who's coming off is the interesting one there. I reckon Rayan Ait-Nouri for Nico O'Reilly. Let's have a look. So Rico Lewis comes off for Phil Foden. No surprise. It's not worked. City not wasting any time in getting them substitutions on. Jeremy Doku's going to come on, and it looks like he's just walked over to the left-hand side, so I presume he's come on for Savinho. Nico O'Reilly looks like he's just slotted in at left back, so that'd be for Rayan Ait-Nouri, would it not? So ready and waiting for the referee to blow his whistle and start this second half. I'm just waiting for the official confirmation of them substitutions. It does look like it is Savinho that's come off for Doku. And Ait-Nouri's come off for Nico O'Reilly. A big half here for Man City then. Got to win this game. Got to win this game. Long ball gets sent forward looking for Marmoush. Can't find Marmoush. Yeah, Lewis. It's Bobb that's gone off rather than Savinho. Where's Savinho on the pitch? Is he on to the right? I don't get how Savinho stayed on that pitch. I suspect Savinho's going to be coming off for Haaland as City continue to go forward. It just takes people a bit of time. The queues get real bad on the concourse at half-time, so it takes about 5 to 10 minutes for the crowds to filter to come back in. Oh, Nico O'Reilly just lets the ball go through and then commits the foul. Erling Haaland's out warming up. Rayan Cherki's out warming up. I don't think if this gets to about 55, 60 minutes, I don't think it'll be too long before City make the final 2 subs. Not a great play that from Leverkusen. Ball gets chipped in. Looking for Tijjani Reijnders. He's going to struggle to keep this in. He will keep it in. He can play his pass, but it's given away. Ball gets cleared and headed one by Abdukodir Khusanov. City nearly weren't going to win that ball, but Doku should get hold of it eventually. He does well. Could take his man on. And then just wayward passes all the time. Wayward passes. Flecken chips the ball in. City trying to put the pressure on. Ball gets floated along. Abdukodir Khusanov wins his header. It's one of them where City could really do with turning the momentum of this game and finding an early goal in this second half. Though, you know, Tijjani Reijnders really should have scored right on half time. Would have changed the complex of this game. As it is, it's not. It's 1-0. Leverkusen coming forward. So guys, don't forget, just 12 likes now away from 100. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Again, Leverkusen just knocking this ball around very comfortably and very nicely. Ball gets played across. Khusanov won't keep that one in. That will be a corner for Leverkusen and some defending for City to do here. So a corner here for Leverkusen. Doesn't beat the first man. O'Reilly can get his head onto it. Ricochets to the edge of the penalty area. It's a shot that will go in nowhere in particular. Khusanov goes sliding in to try and win the interception. Does well, but doesn't win the interception. So that's going to be given away here. And Marmoush, just a heavy touch there. And a silly free kick given away. Silly free kick given away. He does all the hard work there, Marmoush. A heavier touch than what's needed to be. He's got nowhere to go and then just commits a foul. Just pulls him back. Pulls his shirt. Doesn't need to do that. On Aleix Garcia. Doesn't need to do that. So into the 50th minute, and it just starts to clock starts to tick away. 3 subs made by City, and I just genuinely don't think it's going to be long before you get the final 2. One of them will have to be Erling Haaland. So we're just 10 likes now into the nervous 90s, 10 likes away from 100. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Here is Nico Gonzalez. Now we're getting a severe lack of movement from City, just basically holding their position, waiting for the ball. Here's Savinho, gets City a throw in. Hello, Mixed. Thank you for that summary. It is a shocker of a starting 11 for a Champions League game that has so much importance. Juventus got an equaliser according to Jean. Thank you very much for the update there, Jean, against Bodo Glimt. Showing that, you know, teams can do it in the snow. To be fair, you'd expect Juventus, being based in Turin, to be able to cope with the cold weather. So, yeah. Oh, that's going to be given away now. City do well to get hold of that in the end. City have got the ball. There's a big lack of movement from anyone. Here's Savinho up against Grimaldo. Sliding interception comes in. So many bodies back that Leverkusen get lucky and win the loose second ball. They can't get out though. Here's Nico O'Reilly. Might sit nicely for him to have a shot and straight at the keeper Flecken. It's a shot on target. It's a step in the right direction. It's not a bad hit, but it's just straight down the middle and easy enough for Flecken to make the save. Marseille, through Aubameyang, have found an equaliser against Newcastle. Into the 53rd minute then here at the Etihad, City 0, Leverkusen 1. Work for Manchester City to do. All everyone's looking at really is a substitute bench and waiting for the likes of Cherki and Haaland to come on. Cherki and Haaland are warming up still. I think City will just give it 15 to see how the players settle themselves in as Grimaldo manages to keep that one in. Cross comes in from Leverkusen. Header 1 and in 2-0. Patrik Schick. It's a good header. It's a good ball in. This is a disaster for Manchester City. Absolute disaster. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is a disgrace of a performance. He's onside, nothing wrong with the goal. It's Grimaldo that's caused all the problems. A nice crossfield pass. Patrik Schick keeps himself onside as well. There's nothing wrong with that. He just gets in front of Ake. It's a simple goal. Cross and header. It's as easy as that. It's so poor. It's a good header. It's a simple goal, but a good goal. Effective goal. A second goal. Manchester City here. They're going to lose. I'm telling you right now, guys. They're going to lose this game. Amazing what a good quality ball into the box can do. City have lacked putting quality balls into the box. This is all on Pep. All of this is on Pep. The disgraceful team selection today. Absolute disgrace of a team selection. And all our hard work for the first 4 games of this Champions League campaign has been chucked away tonight. We go to the Bernabeu in our next game. 10 points from 4 games is really good. 10 points from 6 games isn't so good. Your home form diminishes, your back-to-back defeats. This is disgraceful. I'm absolutely furious. I am absolutely furious, guys. I blame nobody but Pep for unnecessarily making 10 changes. This is not a lower league team in the Carabao Cup that we're playing. This is not a dead rubber game in the Champions League. This is a competitive, as far as I'm concerned, must-win game. And they're so far off it, it's unreal. City have got no answers at all. Not one answer. Defensively being off it. I feel sorry for Trafford, because Trafford I don't think has done too much wrong. That's a great ball. Savinho's got to bag here, and he's missed. It's a cracker of a ball. Savinho's got to bury that. Absolutely diabolical, this from City tonight. Here's Savinho. Cross comes in. Funnily enough, there's no 6'4" Haaland there to put his head onto it. You cross it into Marmoush, who's not 6'4". Speaks loud volumes this about Man City's rotated 11 and the importance of keeping the first 11 fit. Speaks volume. That might be being a bit unfair there because the players just haven't played that many minutes. But, you know, I said at the start of the stream, they've made all these changes. This is their players' opportunities, and not one of these players has taken their opportunity tonight. Not one. The clock continues to tick. Why is Cherki and Haaland not on that pitch? Khusanov. It's not a very good ball into the box. Got no height. Leverkusen actually, because the ball wasn't great, struggled to deal with it. Here's Doku. Nobody there. Here's Leverkusen now. Chance for them to come forward. 5 City bodies around him. He still managed to make his pass. They are absolutely clueless. They've got no answer. They're not one. They don't know the answer. This match, what I've seen from the first hour, guys, I kid you not, causes me more concern than anything that happened in that Newcastle game. Here's City now coming forward. Marmoush slips. Referee's happy for the game just to play on. City not happy. Ball gets just dinked in. And, oh my God, what on earth is a mistake and a coming together between Stones and Trafford. Ake's not dealt with the problem. City panicking now at the back. Cross comes in, dealt with by O'Reilly. And Leverkusen are just looking to kill this off. And it's not a good ball across. Jesus, finally a free kick for City. Yellow card for Grimaldo as well. Grimaldo just stepped across Savinho. It looks a bit weak, that, for me. Free kick, okay, I get it. Look how much City just panic at the back there. Anyway, we've hit the hour mark. When are these changes going to happen? Doku can't take his man on. Leverkusen will get this clear. It looks like it's going to be back-to-back defeats for Man City. Yeah, that Newcastle game it didn't cause me that much concern. It was just, the only thing that caused me concern was at the back. Well, is City in a good position? Foden has a shot out for what should be a corner and is. Yeah, the Newcastle game didn't cause me that much concern because, you know, we had the opportunities. We weren't clinical. We take the lead. I'm confident City go on and win that game. I didn't think we played bad. Defensively, really pretty poor from City. That was my only concern. Whereas everything's caused me concern tonight. Everything. Rayan Cherki and Erling Haaland on the hour mark have been called back over, so they're going to be coming on. Julia says Chelsea now 2-0 up. City have the corner. It falls to the back post and City don't do anything. Mullet Daddy, thank you very much for the £5 donation. Big shout out to you. Says no power in midfield, no finishes on the wing, no striker to hold it up. Fucking crap from Pep. Nothing else really to add to that. There is no power in midfield. They haven't got anyone to finish the balls. There's no finesse on the wings. There's nothing going on. It's been awful from City. So, yeah, spot on. Thank you very much, Mullet Daddy. Shout out to you, my friend. So, things just haven't gone right for City. The fact that we've made all 5 of our subs after 62 minutes. Here's Nico O'Reilly. Gives the ball to Doku. Pete, thanks for tuning in. Is Savinho. Hopefully we can get some link-up play between Cherki and Haaland and we can make something happen. We just need a goal to try and get back in this. That's the ball that gets sent across and that'll be a corner. City have got to start making these set pieces count as well. Got to start making them count because at the moment we're not. Cross comes in. He doesn't beat the first man. He doesn't beat the first man. Of course he doesn't beat the first man. Of course. Oh, man. We brought this on ourselves as well with the team selection. Brought it on ourselves. Here's Nathan Ake. Gives the ball to Doku. Here's Nico O'Reilly now. I have no idea why Donnarumma's not starting either. Goalkeeper needs rotating as well. Just City have treated this like it isn't a big game, and it is. As somebody said it before, and I agree, disrespectful. Disrespectful to Leverkusen. Like a second string 11's good enough to beat them, is what it was saying. And it's not. City look really frustrated. Marmoush is going to come off for Haaland. Struggled tonight, Marmoush. And I think it's Kadir Hussein. Savinho's going to do the full 90 minutes here. So Husanov's going to come off for Cherki. And Haaland's going to come on. So City taking off the extra defender here to go for the attacker. How Savinho's doing a full 90 minutes, I have no idea. Savinho's done nothing in this game that warrants him doing the full 90 minutes. Absolutely nothing. Here's Savinho now. Gets work to Tijjani Reijnders. Cross comes in. Doku hooks it back across. Comfortable enough for Leverkusen to deal with. They hook it clear. So 25 minutes coming up for City. Don't forget, guys, 5 likes away from 100. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. Now, 4 likes away. I have no idea. Marmoush should have stayed on for me, and I'd have took Savinho off for Haaland. Would have been my change. As the ball comes in towards Haaland, he gets the header onto it, and it's wide. Leverkusen just thump that ball forward. City need a goal to get back in this. Don't need me to state that, but they need a goal to get back in this and quick. Here's Tijjani Reijnders. Work to Savinho on the right-hand side. Plays a pass to a Leverkusen player. Of course he plays a pass to a Leverkusen player. Cross comes in. It's not very good. And just nodded straight to Flecken. Here's Cherki. Tries to find a pass to Haaland, and again, good defending from Leverkusen. If we carry on like this, I want to ban myself. Kick me out the stream. This is dire. Absolutely dire. I said it before to you guys, you know, when I said the substitutions are going to come on, but it's going to be so difficult getting up to pace with this game that it's just, yeah, not working. Ban JSGC. Let's get it in the chat. Ban JSGC. That's surely offside. Oh, double save from Trafford. Want JSGC banned. Kick him out. Ugh. Anyway, here's City coming forward. Here's Rayan Cherki. He's got support of Savinho on the right. Here's Savinho just darting in. He's got nowhere to go. A goal kick or a corner? Mullet reckons goal in the next 5 and we win. We could do with a goal very soon. Corner's passed. Foden back to Cherki into the penalty area. Cherki's got nowhere to go. Why can't we just put a ball into the box? Just a good ball in from the corner and you're good. Here's Leverkusen then on the very dangerous counter-attack. Coming forward. They've hesitated to play the pass. They're going to fall into trouble here and they're going to give the ball away. Here's City now coming forward. Foden into Haaland. Round the keeper, Erling. And the keeper makes a good save. Flecken now. Doing what Flecken likes to do against Manchester City and pull off them big saves. We're into the final 20 here. Time running out for City. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Now, 1 like away from 100. Who wants to be 100? The 100th like. Do subscribe and do go check out today's video sponsor. SofaScore, links and details there in the description. As we do hit 100 likes. So thank you very much, everybody, for helping me to hit 100 likes. See if we can get to 115 likes. Game just been played at a walking pace. City have got to be really aggressive here. Really aggressive. Try and get a goal to get back in this. That's a good pass, and Ake hesitates. It causes the problem on the hesitation there. He's had a second bite at it. Surprised referee's not giving a free kick. Look how easy it is. Look how easy it is this for Leverkusen. They just wait for City to open up. They'll just wait. So simple, so easy. Shot, blocked, thankfully, and out for a corner. Mazza it was with the shot for Leverkusen. Just so simple, so easy for them. So corner here for Leverkusen. And some defending for City to do. Obviously a third's going to kill this game. Corner comes in. Looks like there's a push there. Should be a free kick for City. It is. Here's Doku. Plays his pass into Foden. Here's O'Reilly. To Nico Gonzalez. Here's O'Reilly once more. And just City come forward and look how quick it is for Leverkusen to get bodies back. O'Reilly pings one in, looking for Haaland. He takes the touch and has the shot, and it's over the top of the crossbar. You just get a feeling it's not going to be Manchester City's night. Haaland does well to take that down. He makes a good clean connection, but he gets over the top of it and just into the stands. Pete, it doesn't really matter if we lose because we've done all the hard work to get to 10 points from 4 games, to 10 points from 5 games. The target you're looking for is like 16, 17 points. So we're still a couple of wins and a point away. But, you know, we're looking at the last 3 games. We need 7 points. We'll do it for City. 2 wins from them 3 might do it. The issue that you have is it's just putting tremendous pressure on us. You look at City's fixtures and, you know, Real Madrid away next game. That's obviously very difficult. Bodo Glimt in January. As Flecken's forced into a mistake and City can't capitalise on it. Got to keep going. Here's Foden. To find Haaland, they can. Haaland goes with a ball across, headed clear. Yeah, Bodo Glimt away in January on an artificial pitch in the Arctic Circle sounds very problematic. And then Galatasaray, who probably have a lot to play for going into the final game, all becomes very problematic. So City have got 15 minutes here. Coming up to near enough a year ago since Man City surrendered that 3-goal advantage against Feyenoord in the final 15 minutes. We could do with 3 goals in these final 15 minutes to do a comeback win here. A kind of comeback win that could really spur you on for the season. Here's Foden then to take the corner. We need a goal. We need it now. Foden to take. It's deep. Ake manages to get a foot on that. Leverkusen will get that one clear, though. Here's Trafford. Back to Tijjani Reijnders, and forward City will go. Here's Rayan Cherki. Gives the ball to Tijjani Reijnders. Leverkusen, everybody behind the ball. Doku finds Cherki. Cherki forward trying to find O'Reilly. Leverkusen have got nowhere to go here. Managed to get themselves a throw-in, though, off the head of Jeremy Doku. Into the final 14 minutes. So don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Now just 6 likes away from my like goal of 115 likes. Don't forget to subscribe. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. So, Quansah to take the throw-in for Leverkusen. Leverkusen are going to do well. Keep that in. Leverkusen just in coast mode. Play a ball across. Here's Grimaldo. City aren't going to be able to force the mistake. They will get themselves a throw-in, but it's obviously on near halfway for City to take. Here's Tijjani Reijnders then. Leverkusen again just got everybody behind the ball here. I suspect, this is the thing, if City can just force another goal, it's going to force Leverkusen to drop even deeper. And you can then just send everybody forward. There's a lot of tired legs on that pitch from Leverkusen as Doku drives forward. That'll be a free kick. Cavani bringing him down. That'll be a yellow card as well. What could City do from this free kick? It's a bit far out this to go for goal, I'd say. I think they're more thinking about putting a ball deep and hooking something back across. Here's Doku, it just gets past. Here's Rayan Cherki, a bit closer now. Tries to put a ball in. He wants handball. Referee says no. O'Reilly will win that header. Haaland should win that lay-on. Does. Here's Foden to Doku. Doku manages to find his pass to O'Reilly. Here's John Stones. Plays a pass, finds Doku. He's going to go for the cross this time. Headed clear by Leverkusen. Tijjani Reijnders will win that ball. He'll play another ball across. It's not very good. Here's Doku. Physical battle out there. Nico G finds Tijjani Reijnders. Another chance for City to put something into the box. Ake wins the header. And the keeper will pluck that out of the air. Flecken will roll that one out. Here's Leverkusen getting bodies forward. That's a good ball forward here. Trafford should read that and does. And they'll just lob that one out. Good work that by James Trafford. And a chance here for City just to get forward. 11 minutes then. City need a couple of goals to try and to get a point. That point could be very important, by the way. I said 7 points will be enough for Man City to get their top 8 positions. So that'll mean 2 wins from 3 games. Here's Cherki. Can't get his shot away properly. It's blocked and Leverkusen will get it clear. I feel like City just need a break here. Just a 1 goal back in it. See what they can make happen. Leverkusen just send the ball down the channel. No one's there. Trafford will take. City will come forward again. Here's Tijjani Reijnders. Backs against the wall now for Leverkusen. Gives the ball to John Stones. Clipped in, headed clear by Leverkusen. Doku should get control of that. In midfield, in a good area. Might get his shot away here. Does. Blocked. Here's Savinho. I forgot Savinho was on the pitch. To John Stones. Into the final 10 minutes then. A big comeback needed by Man City in these last 10 minutes. Savinho with a heavy, heavy touch. Problem is, Leverkusen are going to keep it in. And they're going to get it clear. And it's going to go to James Trafford, who's just going to play his pass back to halfway. John Stone's going to bring Man City forward. Leverkusen can't get out now. City have just got to keep this going and try and get a goal in the next couple of minutes. Gets you back in the game. 2-0, the dangerous scorelines. Here's Doku dancing forward, trying to get something, make something happen. Can't get a free kick. City want a free kick. Referee says no. Here's O'Reilly. Can't get full control, and Leverkusen do ever so well. Don't bring him down. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. That's the way. Ake gets the ball, and City get the advantage because he was brought down. Here's Rayan Cherki to Jeremy Doku. Slightly heavier touch there, but Cherki does well. City still got hold of the ball. Keep pushing forward. Got to keep pushing forward here. It's very congested now in that central area for Man City's attack. Savinho couldn't find Tijjani Reijnders, so Leverkusen problem is they get the ball back, got it in their own final third, trying to play football, and it's forced into a mistake, which Cherki will have the shot and he'll drag it and it'll go harmlessly wide. That's the danger that Leverkusen have got. They've got no outlet to get out. So it forces the mistake there, which Rayan Cherki unfortunately couldn't capitalise upon. I tell you what, it might have been better just going with a faint little pass into the channel for Erling Haaland. So Leverkusen going to make a change. It's going to be Kofane that goes off. And it's going to be Nathan Teller, former Burnley man, coming on. Fresh legs up top for Leverkusen. Going to look to try and get a bit of pace and more outlet when they get hold of the ball in the final third. Time running out, though, for Man City. Time running out. City do well. They've got the ball back here. Leverkusen, again, just struggling to get out now, Leverkusen. Here's Savinho. You could probably do with Savinho centralising himself. Sending Tijjani Reijnders permanently on the right wing or something is what I'd be doing here. Here's Cherki looking for Savinho. Tries to get the disguised pass back. Leverkusen read it well. Can't get out though. Stones wins the header. Here's Ake. Here's Foden then to Rayan Cherki. He's brought down. That'll be a free kick for Manchester City on the edge of the penalty area. Bade's the one bringing Cherki down. So 3 kick here for Man City in a pretty good position. This is in shooting range, just on the edge of the D. Man City can get this up and down. Could just be the opening that we've been looking for. Cherki and Foden stood over this. City could do with something from this free kick. Look like it should suit the left foot or so. Might be Foden that goes with this. Leverkusen got a 5-man wall and a man laid down behind the wall. Grimaldo stood just to the left of the wall as well. It's going to be Cherki to take, and it's a good save from Flecken. Comfortable save for Flecken as well, reads it well. So guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Just 3 likes away from 115 likes. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. So into the final 6 minutes of this game. City's hopes of picking up something from this match now dwindling as each minute goes by with no goal. Here's Nathan Ake to Nico O'Reilly. City want... Tijjani Reijnders wanted the ball playing forward from Nico G. It doesn't come. Goes to Savinho instead. Savinho can't get that under control. City have just been off it today. Just wrong team selection. Wrong team selection. It all comes down to the team selection. Team selection's been all wrong from City. All wrong. Here's Leverkusen now coming forward, looking to try and kill this one off. They've got runners. Ball comes in. Stone should win that header. Heads it into space. Nico O'Reilly will get to the ball and won't, or will he? Will get a throw in. It didn't look like that. Didn't look like it went out. So into the final 4 minutes of the game. I don't think they'll be that long added on either. City really could do with a goal and quick. Here's O'Reilly. Problem is, I just don't see City scoring. Leverkusen have got the ball back here. Ake does well. Does real well. Gets the ball back for City as well. Foden then sends it forward. Wastes no time in getting it forward. Here's Cherki. Finds Tijjani Reijnders. And City now looking to try and get forward. Trying to get a bit of space. Savinho slips. Savinho slips and gives the ball away. Oh, City got a corner. So Rayan Cherki celebrating. I thought we'd scored then. For me just losing the plot. I don't know what happened then. Right, corner. We need to score. We want to take a point from this game now. We need a goal. It's got to be on the money. Cherki goes to the near post, looks for Haaland. It's not on the money. They get it clear. City want a penalty, asking for handball. I didn't see anything that looked like handball for me. It'll be a throw-in instead. Trafford will take. I think referee's just asked to stop the game. He wants to check the handball. He said, fine, play on. I don't want to see Savinho starting against Leeds. Here's Doku. O'Reilly's made the run here. He tried to use him, and in the end, he just rolled out to Flecken. Oh, my word. It's 101% on Pep. It's the team selection. It was wrong. Simple as that. Yeah, I don't get how Savinho's done 90 minutes here. I don't think Savinho's done anything right. He looked quite sharp first 10 minutes. And I've not seen anything of him since. Here's Haaland. Haaland goes for the shot. Might get a second chance at it. Doku tries. Cherki might try. Someone might try. Something might happen. Nothing might happen. Leverkusen will come away with it. And I said, I don't think there's going to be that long added on here. It'll be about 3 or 4 minutes. So, yeah, it's just been a bad night at the office for Manchester City. It's been a poor team selection. It's been a poor performance. It's going to be a loss. And it now puts a lot of pressure onto our match against Real Madrid. Because we need points. We want to go through in the top 8. We need points in Madrid. We need wins in Norway. We need a win at home against Galatasaray. That's the path. Now, the 7 points that will get you to the last 8. All we need, a win today, and would have been down to 4 points needed from 3 games. Cross comes in. Should get this one clear in the end. Fold right for Flecken, and he stops it going into his own goal. Now, another night that could easily have gone into the back of the net. Flecken jumps on top of it, trying to protect his clean sheet. Long ball gets sent forward. City will win the loose second ball. And should get control of this as well. And will. So into the final 15 seconds, how long is going to get added on? Not been that much time wasted. Had a goal. 3 substitutions made. You're looking at about 3 minutes. Maybe 4 if we're lucky. And here's City then coming forward. Just 2 minutes. There you go. It's not even 3. It's just 2 minutes. And nobody's there. That'll roll out a play. And there you go. There's Man City. So going to be a back-to-back losses. Back-to-back losses, guys. There's a lot to digest from this game. A heck of a lot. That's needs digesting. It's just been incredibly poor from Manchester City. It's been Pep Guardiola's team selection. Pep's got to take full accountability for this. Team selection, not good enough. It was insulting towards our opponents. Leverkusen are a far better team than a team that deserved to have 10 players, 10 changes made. It's just been nothing short of shambolic, idiotic and disgraceful from City this evening. And it's not good enough. And this loss now means Man City are under a heck of a lot of pressure to try and make something happen at the Bernabeu because they need points. That was our free hit game. This wasn't the free hit game. Don't know what Pep was thinking. And, all this play is nice and fresh, but what does it mean when, your best preparation for a game is form and confidence? We've got no form and no confidence. It's back-to-back losses. And if it comes a third loss in a row, I'm going to go as far to say that gap against Arsenal is going to go to 10 points. I don't see us winning the Premier League. So through the space of 1 week in the end of November, your season can come crashing down. Horrific decision-making from Pep Guardiola. And it's very un-Pep Guardiola-like. I don't know why this has happened. Anyway, 15 seconds to go. Flecken's going to keep his clean sheet. So don't forget, leave a thumbs up. 115 likes, which is great. So 5 likes away from 120. Any help towards that would be great. Do get your thoughts in the comments below. Do subscribe. Do also check out to the social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Full-time whistle goes. Leverkusen have beaten City by 2-0 here at the Etihad. Just awful. Do go and check out today's video sponsor as well, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's video. Do go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. I'd love to say I'll be back with another live stream on Saturday for the City Leeds game. Thankfully, I'm away and I'm going to be missing that game. Probably for the best because, not brilliant. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks everybody that's left a thumbs up and interacted with me on today's live stream. Take it easy. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for the donation before as well. Is much appreciated, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace. Ciao for now.